I'm a 29-year-old guy, and my ex-wife, 30, wants to get back with me after leaving me about a year and a half ago. We were together for 7 years, married for 5. It felt like love at first sight when we met. Everything was easy, natural. 2 years into dating, we got married, and not long after, we welcomed our baby boy. He's 4 now, a pandemic baby. When he was born, my wife quit her job to stay home with him. I kept working, line cook during the day, Uber Eats in the evening. When things began to settle, she decided she didn't want to be one of those women who lose their passion after settling down. So she went back to law school and studied for the bar. I was proud of her. I supported her all the way. She passed. She got a job at a downtown firm, thanks to her friend, Dumbo, and that is when everything began to change. My wife started making great money, enough that she asked me to quit my job and stay home full-time with our son. I didn't want to. I loved cooking. I just worked my way up to chef, but she insisted and I gave in. That's one of my biggest regrets. After I became a stay-at-home dad, our marriage slowly started to fall apart. She'd work long hours, stay out late networking with coworkers, go on weekend trips that were supposedly for work. And at home, she was cold, distant, like a completely different person from the woman I fell in love with. Our intimacy faded. She barely looked at me anymore. And I get it. I wasn't perfect. I should have communicated better. I should have spoken up when things didn't feel right. But back then, I just stayed quiet and tried to hold everything together. For our son. Then one day she sat me down and asked for a divorce. I wasn't surprised. I saw it coming. But I still asked if she was sure. Offered therapy, a temporary separation, anything to save us. She said no. She told me she'd found someone else, some partner at her firm. She said he showed her the life of luxury she deserved, that he was twice the man I was, called me feminine for being a stay-at-home dad, the role she pushed me into. And apparently, my jobs during the pandemic didn't count either. Delivering food and cooking in a restaurant? Not real enough for her. Then she told me that this guy was an alpha male who knows how to take care of a woman. Muscular, tall, took her on weekend getaways. The ones she told me were for work. And get this, he was so much of a man, he refused to make things official with her until we were separated. I laughed. I had to, because it was just so ridiculous. Then I asked her, what about our son? She shrugged and said I could have him. He likes you better anyway. That right there, broke something in me. She just threw our son aside like he was a thing, not a person. Someone we both made, someone we both loved, or so I thought. For the first time in my life, I didn't recognize the woman in front of me. Narrator tone, quiet strength. I won't lie. I said some things I regret. I was angry, hurt. She left after that, and I cried for 2 straight weeks. Not because I missed her exactly, but because life without her, after all those years, felt terrifying. The only thing that kept me grounded was my son. I knew I had to be strong. I begged for my job back at the restaurant. They rehired me for a few nights a week. It wasn't much, but it was something. We got through the divorce, fast, and somehow I became the villain. On social media, she was praised as this strong, independent woman, breaking free of her shackles. Not one person asked how I was doing. Not one. But in a way, I'm grateful, because it pushed me to try therapy, and it saved me. Fast forward to this week. I get a call from an unknown number. It's my ex I'm bawling. Turns out, Mr. Alpha Male dumped her, found someone else, and she's too scared to confront him. He's a partner at her firm. She finally tells me her side of the story. She admits she was always insecure, especially after having our son during the pandemic. Said she felt ugly and unworthy, even when I told her otherwise. When she started working again, all the validation she got fed into her ego, and her friend Dumbo kept whispering poison in her ear, told her I was a beta male, that she was prettier than me and deserved better. She told me she wanted to come back to me a week after she left, but was too prideful to make the call. And now here she is, saying she misses me, that she misses all the little things I used to do, packing her lunch, reminding her to take her meds. She told me she took it all for granted. I admit, I told her I missed her too, because I did, and I know our son does. But I also told her the truth. She made every decision. She left. What if things had worked out with her real man? Would she be here now? I told her I'm not some consolation.